Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, as always, DB Smiley. I'm not always your host, so I guess I'm always your host on this channel. As we jump here into the draft. Some Division A. We have a Division A triple header tonight. That's right, 3 games. Holy shit. What am I doing with my life? I'm gonna die alone. ReGen versus first pick GAZLOWE GGAFK going to be in game number 1. And actually, first pick GAZLOWE GGAFK going to be 2 of the 3 games in this doubleheader. And they are going to ban the GAZLOWE. Oh my god. What happened? They're not living up to their names. Oh dear. What is this? What is this madness? As, that is well memed, sir. Well memed. I doff my cap. Meanwhile, over on the left side, player 3, one of the best players on ReGen, player 3. Really a veteran in this series. Banning out the GAZLOWE. Meanwhile, ReGen, still thinking about their ban. Have not picked one just yet. Taking the time to think about it, because with the GAZLOWE ban, you kind of have an interesting conundrum. There's a lot of heroes that are very good on this map, and if you ban out, like, Maiev, for example, the other team will probably get some of those heroes. Gonna ban the Diablo. I like that ban. Diablo, very hard to kill. A lot of walls for him to go smash party on. He throws himself a crazy party. By beating people to death into the walls. Why do people go to Diablo's parties? Like, he seems like such an asshole. I'm such a nicer guy, yet no one ever comes to my parties. Feels bad, man. But, Diablo going to be the ban. And then, we're gonna see, what is that first pick? Well, clearly it won't be GAZLOWE. Feels fucking bad, man. Now we're gonna have a GG and an AFK. Taking their time with this. 14 seconds on the clock. It's gonna be the Stu. And I like it. Stukov, the top support in the game right now on this map by a country mile. I like Malfurion a lot on this map as well. I actually can like Morales on this map. But, I mean, getting Stukov on this map is absolutely huge. Now the question is, do you deny the Maiev, which is up? Or do you maybe go something like Maiev Garrosh? Get that double displacement to set up really big blow-up potential. That seems to be a common response to that first pick Stukov. Especially because you deny that. Are the names flipped? No. The names are not flipped. ReGen is indeed on the left. I am certain of this. It's going to be the Phoenix. Getting that damage dealer. Good single target damage, so can punish Stukov a bit. What is the second pick going to be? It is going to be that Maiev. Yeah, I don't know, man. First pick Gaz, ban Gaz. Don't know what to say. So now, you could look at the Garrosh. If you're worried and you want to be able to poke, I mean, you could go to a Chromie, but I really don't like Chromie into Phoenix, just because the unreliability of her damage makes it easy for Phoenix to keep shields up. I'd almost say something like Garrosh Sonya, or maybe Garrosh Blaze. You could also get a Ragnaros this early on this map, and just be able to neuter any cap phase that comes up. Getting Zac and Blaze. Interesting. So, double split push potential. Either one of those could solo lane. And I guess they're kind of setting themselves up where, like, if you go into something that counters Zag, we'll just take take Blaze up there, and if you... Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, your vision control very big on this map. But to pick both this early, Blaze has kind of fallen off a bit. And Zag, normally a second ban phase, because now you got to think, like, Garrosh is probably going to be either banned out or picked. ReGen could do either. And then at that point, you're really tank choked. Got to go into something like an ETC, I guess? Additionally, I would imagine first pick's going to ban out the Sonya. Let's see what comes in. Should be noted, ReGen, unfortunately currently sitting at 3 losses on the season. 0-6, and no ban comes in. So we didn't have a ban there, not sure what happened. Now, Fury is going to get banned out, so trying to force the support choke. But now here, again, like, I really think the Garrosh would be strong. Especially with that Maiev. Thanks for the bit, Axon. Especially in a Stukov, Garrosh can be strong. Just because Stukov is a very low mobility support. And if Maiev and Garrosh both focus on separating out Stukov, it could bode well. Do you grab your Sonya here? I'd say Garrosh Sonya would be an incredibly strong start. You could also look at something like an Anubarak, if you want that instead. A bit easier to play, I would say, or a bit easier to combo up than Garrosh. There are options. Getting their wave clear on the bottom, but they are picking up that Garrosh, and I like that. And, you know, with Sonya still up, I don't think first pick GAZLOWE can take it, because then they would still probably need a tank, unless they wanted to solo tank Blaze, and I don't like that at all. Probably get Sonya in the last wave, or whatever support they think, whatever solo they think will do best. I think it will be Sonya, but they have very, very strong wave clear now with that Gul'dan. Gotta grab a tank here. Looking at the tanks that are up. ETC is up. Anubarak is up. Anubarak would be... Joanna's up. Joanna can deal with that pretty well. I'd say any of those 3 would be fine, and then you need a wave clear assassin. Something reliable, though, because you're going to have that as the solo DPS. That's Genji Junkrat. So they are solo tanking with the Blaze. And they're going Genji. So this is a very, very macro comp. You have Genji. So you have... Okay, here it is. You have Zag and Blaze solo laning the whole time. And then Stukov, Genji, Junkrat just rotating where they can get picks. You could even have Stukov in the bottom just because likely they're going to be facing pressure. A lot of pick potential with that Genji Junkrat, but 5v5 team fights won't be super bueno. It's gonna be interesting. It is certainly I wouldn't say it's cheese because it doesn't clearly indicate one type of thing. It is certainly unconventional, but the emphasis just has to be on securing picks, I imagine. And actually, Stukov has pretty good wave clear too, so they have tons of wave clear on the right side. Gonna be Lucio picked up. So we have been seeing a lot more Lucio lately. And I forgot they didn't have a support, so I was talking about getting Sonya, and it's like, whoa, what the hell is going on with Phoenix's face? What is this? I'm scared. I'm scared. Top left, what is going on with Phoenix's face? Right here. Oh my god. Lucio gonna be the pick. Makes sense. Obviously can't go Morales into the Genji. You need something that has good long-term sustain. Stukov taken away from you. Malfurion not on the table. you could have maybe tried an Ariel, but I don't think Ariel's any good right now. Maybe Alex. Alex can pair well with the Garrosh. But I like the Lucio pick. Enables Garrosh and Maiev to step up aggressively pretty fast. Looking forward to this game. So, whoops. Kind of once again, just to introduce the team. So, ReGen, veteran team, been around since Season 2 of Nexus Gaming Series. Led by Murda. So this team, one of our real veterans. A lot of familiar faces here. Couple of people, you know, they've changed a few roster slots out. So Professor Bobo was on the Ripon and the Terran in Division C last season, moving up here with ReGen into their support position. Gonna be interesting. But they are sitting at 0-0-3, so 3 losses, 0-6 on maps, looking for their first map. And meanwhile, we don't know a lot about first pick GAZLOWE GG AFK. This is a team that has only played 1 match so far. Near as I can tell, a new team in Nexus Gaming Series. I don't recognize the names. So we'll have to see here where it goes as I try to alt-tab out and fail. And there we go. Alright. So here we go on to the map. It's going to be over here on the left side. ReGen, going to be Professor Bobo on that Lucio. Kupalin, going to be on Garrosh. So Lucky, going to be on the Maiev. And Penguin for the win. Going to be on Gul'dan. Up here in the top, Murda. Going to be on Phoenix in the solo lane. Interesting. Solo lane Phoenix. Down here in the bottom, going to be Absolved on Genji. Ursik, going to be on Junkrat. Deity Minion, going to be on Blaze. Area, I'm going to go with on Stukov. And up here in the top, Cass going to be on the Zag. This is just weird. Like, so neither team really has a traditional solo laner. We have the common-ish solo laner in Zagara. Not traditional, certainly. But going up against Phoenix, that is... I mean, Phoenix has the wave clear to deal with it. The question is, can he deal with Zag, who can kind of poke pretty well herself? We'll have to see. You know, healing-wise, Stukov should win this in bursts. But trying to pull in Deity Minion. Deity Minion getting it separated. Going to be able to charge out. Kupalin having to rotate away. Beacon starting up. There's a good Junkrat mine placement. It's in the bush, but it will stop a rotation. And we do have a pause here. We're going to let's go ahead and take a brief break here. While I figure out what hath transpired. Okay, it was just a hotkey issue, so we're going to jump right back into the game here. Sorry about that. Sorry for the wall of text here, but there we go. Silence from Stukov. Meanwhile, up here in the top, you know, Phoenix doing okay here. Interesting. Pick Phoenix to be a solo laner. Could that be then a Planet Cracker ult at 10? We'll have to see. Take a look at talents. Interesting. Enhanced stim pack. So going with the shield. I have heard that generally that is not a particularly well-loved talent. Pulling Deity Minion off the point. Still contested here. So Lucky jumping back in. Vaulting the silence, but now in a bit of trouble. Genji all over So Lucky. Gonna go for the kill. Is Absolve gonna be able to find it? Kupalin trying to intercede there. Trying to get the stun on the Genji. Couldn't get him quite over the wall. And that Stukov throughput healing is just absolutely dominating at the moment. And that's a very quick 100 to 0 Zergway. That is exceptionally quick here. And with Phoenix having to back, this is not a good situation. Phoenix defending now. Gul'dan going to come top, but there's going to be a lot of pressure up here versus no pressure here in the bottom. So already ReGen, things starting to look a bit bad for them here. Here comes Junkrat, going to help push in. Mine setting up. Penguin needs to be careful of that. Here come the Ultralists. Murda is already very, very low. Shield has not come back up yet. Shield down. Murda is super, super low on health. Needs to be very, very careful. Fort may survive this. It's still up in the air. Oh, what a great Junkrat mine. Now focus in. Good dodge of the trap there if I'm Penguin. Meanwhile, Stukov actually going down here in the bottom lane, and that is in fact first blood. So, sign of life there for ReGen. And actually, with the Gul'dan being able to self-sustain, are they going to get this fort? It is 97. It's 11. It's dead. And that is going to be first fort of the game. About almost a level of XP lead. And this map can snowball quick, so... Need a couple pickoffs. There's the stun on the Genji. There's the boop follow-up. Protected, though. There's a flip on the Deity Minion. Deity Minion in a bit of trouble. Is Deity Minion going to be able to get out? Looks like he's trying to buy time there. Deity Minion does get that stim pack for the heal. Flip onto So Lucky. Vaulting away. Now getting focused by the tower. Genji going to come in. Get the kill there onto Maiev. Great kill by Absolve. Now Absolve having the protect, knowing you didn't have to worry too much about that Garrosh. Getting away. That is a great turnaround kill there onto Maiev. As we take a look up at the top lane. Murda now very, very far from anything safe. Has the teleport. But whenever that teleport's down, he is very, very gankable by that Genji. Even with the teleport up, still very gankable. So things a little bit rough for ReGen at the start. They are stepping up now. Here comes Maiev, has the tether, uses the Volt, doesn't manage to pull anyone in. Junkrat in the back, ooh, Absolve getting separated, but a huge silence there by Area. Just preventing any kind of engage. And we do have a DC here from Phoenix up in the top lane. So we will take a brief break while we get that sorted out. So, okay. All right, we are back into it once again. Just a brief lag out. But here we go. Camp's going to be picked up. Going to be Bruiser Camp on bottom first. Now moving up into top. Zagara mostly done with these fire bats. Now, Maiev coming in, big tether, Junkrat has to protect. Now Fan of Knives tries to hit, I don't think it reset. Once again the flip onto Blaze, trying to get this Blaze down. He is low, he might actually drop here, he does. Is Genji going to be able to get any kind of turnaround? There's a stun on the Genji with the corruption, and he might actually die, he does! Trait not able to get off in time to save Genji, and that is 2 for nothing. And now, this is a situation, ooh, if Phoenix, oh, but Phoenix dies up top. Zag gonna have to back if they can send someone up top. They are sending it. Maiev heading up there to get the channel. Unfortunate. If Murda was able to get the kill or even just stay alive and not get the kill but just not die. Ooh. Huge stun on Junkrat and Kupalin. Working that combo now. But that really could have been a huge boon. As that would be a... And no one actually came up to start the channel here, up on the top, unless Genji came and capped it and I just missed it. Genji is actually looking at rotating top, as is Stukov, into this Gul'dan. And without any siege potential down here, they can actually afford this rotation. Because for them, it's just a matter of, like, look, right now, we don't need to do anything. They are actually switching Zagara down into the bot lane. Could we see a fight here? Genji up on the top, Kupalin here on the bottom, Blaze looking at the point. Maiev Lucio still hanging around down here. Maiev gonna come in. Bottom gonna get capped here. If this is a cap, this is gonna be quite a bit of progress as no one even close to either point on the side of ReGen. As they're getting pushed back here by that Genji. Maiev gonna be able to step onto the point. Gonna stop the beacon progress at about 32%. It's about a third of the way there. Level 10's approaching. Now Murda in a little bit of an awkward spot. Building some stacks at least. charge there from Blaze. Moving in onto the bottom. Has the double tether. Finds Cass and Absolve. Absolve going to be able to get out. Question is Cass. There's the Vault. Flip there onto So Lucky with the end of the fray. Now Big Silence forcing everyone to back up. No level 10s yet. Can Lucio cap people up? Both points channeled here. Junkrat, though, going to push Penguin off quickly. So it's only going to be about 20%. Not even. And now Arya going to be able to cap bottom. So that could actually generate some big capture progress. Kupalin going to get a total point. Maiev jumping in. Gets the double tether, but it's still red. That is beacon progress. Meanwhile, Maiev going to get taken out here on the backside. Kupalin and Professor Bobo have to back up. Phoenix going to be able to channel the top for now. That is level 10s are here. We have Nidus, we have Riptire, we have Flailing Swipe. Here comes a big rotation. Murda in a lot of trouble, trying to get the kill. Ooh, great Junkrat. Great Junkrat play. Salvo gonna try to be blown, but it's not there. Level 10's picked up. It's Salvo, Sound Barrier, Warden's Cage, Horrify, and Warlord's Challenge. Now, with the way this Maiev has been playing aggressively, they could actually win big level 10 fights here. But, for now, they are down. They're going to have to 5-man defend this Zerg wave. And that's going to give a big experience boon to the side of GAZLOWE. First pick. Or first pick GAZLOWE, excuse me. Here we go. Gul'dan pushing out with the wave clear. There's a flip once again on the Blaze. There's the target. Blaze, though, going to be able to bunker it out. Now Penguin, ooh, there's a big tether attempt. Are they going to have the Warden's Cage potentially turn this around? There comes Salvo. Alright, they are tapping. They're trying to get healthy here. Can they save Keep Wall? Doesn't look like they can. That should be level 13's picked up very, very soon. Meanwhile, Junkrat has been pushing in top this whole time. 4v5, they managed to get a Keep Wall. And Junkrat doing a ton of damage to Keep Wall here up in the top. So it's, Warden's Cage, though. There it is. Can they get the taunt? Sound Barrier comes out. So Lucky stays alive. There's the Fan of Knives resets. And it is decimating. And those are 4 people absolutely deleted here. But now what do they do with it? They have 4 kills. What can they do? They're still a bit low health. Can they take boss? Looks like that's going to be the focus here. Phoenix not there to help burn boss. Going to have to help deal with top lane. Cannon Wall is down. But there it is. There's the level 10 combo we were expecting. Absolutely huge fight. Perfect Warden's Cage with the Vault. Letting Sound Barrier land. Junkrat could be cheeky here. Going to throw a mine onto the point. Not going to enable a steal. Well, Riptire might actually enable the steal. Garrosh going to be able to get it. Is he going to be able to survive? If Junkrat blew that mine a bit earlier, that could have absolutely been devastating. Was in the Riptire mode, so not able to do it. But, that is boss going to be picked up, but they're not going to be able to push with it, which means this boss not going to get a ton of value. It may get a cannon wall. No, it won't even get a wall. It'll get a cannon. And given how healthy, I mean, still 3 fort cannons up. This is going to be a big monumental comeback if ReGen is going to pull it off. And it's got to come with those heroic talents. Level 13's here for both teams. Interesting. Hardstyle going to be picked up rather than the stun. That can get a lot of value. The self-heal, I believe it's Can't Stop, Won't Stop. That's a good talent to take into Stukov because if you can actually use like Stukov's silence against him by just healing off it. Just like toe tap it a little bit. But now here comes, they're trying to invade this camp. They do get the taunt onto Zagara. Are they going to be able to get it? There's the Warden's Cage. Gonna pull everyone back in. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get the kill. Here comes the big salvo. Does manage to delete a few people. Health bar is starting to fall a bit. Professor Bobo, they do manage to take the point here. So Lucky blinking out. Professor Bobo is very low, but Absolved is gonna go down. So that is Genji down. And now Deity Minion gonna get tethered. No, he bunkers out of it. Professor Bobo needs to be careful. He could get taken out here. Needs to be very, very careful. Deity Minion out of the bunker now. Is he gonna be able to get away? Junkrat tries to put it on that, but no, it doesn't happen. So Lucky tries to go in for the kill onto Earsick. Doesn't get the reset on Fan of Blades. But that was a huge win. So ReGen now Second team fight won in a row, and they did get top fort. The problem, their next Zerg wave here is in bottom. So not going to be able to get as much value off it as they would like to. But they are going to be able to get value. Well, Dan, clearing up the point. Junkrat up here on the top. They are going to cap over here. Murda needs to be careful. Everyone rotating top. Looks like we could get another 5v5 here, but Blaze going to be a bit late to the party. Phoenix aggressively teleporting onto the point. Maybe trying to bait members in. Genji, though, going to rotate bottom. This is a race that so long as the rotations stay favoring ReGen, it could be okay. But ReGen not rotating down the left side. In fact, trying to rotate aggressively, trying to look for that fight. But Zagara knows, giving that vision shows exactly that everyone's rotating this way. So it's a bit of a risky engage here. Again, Zagara is telling the team where they are. Now Blaze could actually get a big charge here. Well, Kupalin getting separated from the team. Kupalin in a bad spot now. Maiev gonna blink over the wall. Now the focus on to Stukov. There's the challenge and Warcry. They do manage to get out with the sound barrier. Riptire coming in, doing a ton of damage. Genji trying to pop off with the Dragon Blade, but now Genji getting turned around on. Genji having a swift strike away, and Genji might actually not be able to make it. Meanwhile, Kupalin flipping Deity Minion over. Kupalin very low, as is So Lucky. Now they're trying to disengage. They did get the first kill onto Stukov. If they can get out alive, it's a huge boon, and they do. Genji, though, capping the top point at the moment. Murda could go up and take it. But it looks like they're going to take a fight here on bottom. Nobody checking that top point. Here comes Maiev. Has the pull onto Genji. Professor Bobo going to come in with the boost. Does avoid it. Now Deity Minion going to go down as well. And ReGen, they're starting to do it. They're starting to do it. They are in a good position. Thanks for pointing that accent. I actually missed Lingering Spines there from Stukov. I think whenever I see that on Stukov, it's taken in situations where you don't think you're going to be able to get the root combo off. Whether that's from a lack of practice, whether that's just because you don't want to step up into Garrosh. You know, it's always kind of a decision that's made. I think it is... You have to play aggressive to land a good root combo, and I think that's the fear. Yeah, Lingering isn't a bad talent. It's just... You know, you can do so much with the root combo. It's like one of the best engage tools they have, and they have a Maiev and a Garrosh, who are just walking engage tools. But there's going to be a very, very quick fort. Now, into the fray here. Riptire going to come out to clear the Zerg wave up a bit. It does soften it up quite a bit. Now focusing onto the wall. You do have potentially Garrosh flipping out. Here comes the Stukov silence. Ooh, but Aria almost goes down there. Big dive in by Maiev. One more auto attack could have sealed it. But now, that's it. No more real push potential. And in fact, what little Zerg wave there is manages to take top keep. So overall, not the most positive trade here for ReGen. And now with level 16s on both teams. Ooh, but they're going with the Warden's Cage. They do manage to get that tether. Here it comes, Warlord's Challenge. Going to be able to take out Junkrat. Genji trying to get it onto Gul'dan. There's the bunker. Silence on the bunker. Trying to peel people out. So Lucky, so low. Going to get stunned there. Blinking out. Now absolved all over Maiev. But Genji's actually going to go down. And So Lucky is still alive. Meanwhile, Garrosh just trying to walk away with that armor. It's just so hard to finish him. So Lucky going to try to go in for Deity, man. Actually does it. So Lucky living on the edge, but living he is. So Lucky played that fight extraordinarily well. Just popping in and out, getting the finish, backing off, getting the finish, backing off, getting the finish, backing off. 3 times. And now they can potentially try to push up to this keep. Like... So Lucky, if ReGen manages to get their first win here in this game, So Lucky is MVP, easily. Flailing Swipe coming out. Blaze going to be up soon. They need to get this now or they're not going to get it. Junkrat Tire, so risky. Oh, but actually the Junkrat Tire gets killed there, saving So Lucky's life. And here it comes, Murda blinking away. Everyone mounts up, and they get the keep and get out. So that worked out well. They managed to get what they wanted, and now they're closer to 20s. Next Zerg wave should switch sides. Should be bot for blue, or sorry, bot for red, top for blue. So now trying to work camps in the lane. Ooh, and they're going to try to sneak a boss here. And this may not get seen. They have no idea it's coming. They're about, ooh. This is such an aggressive play from first pick GAZLOWE, but I absolutely love it. Boss picked up in the bot lane. And now it's a situation where, like, can we take this? I don't know. They're afraid to take it. They're going to have to move into bottom, but they're going to face a boss and a bruiser camp. Can they get a pick? Stukov is currently out in front. They're going to look for it. Here it comes. Here comes Maiev. Does she get the tether off? No tether yet. There's a flip onto So Lucky. Fan of Knives hits. Now they're on the Junkrat. There's the focus again. Warden's Cage comes out. Flailing Swipe trying to peel out. Bunker. Junkrat can't get in time. He's going to go down. Genji on the back line is horrified. Meanwhile, So Lucky a bit out of position there. Ooh, the Bunker going to enable the kill onto Maiev, but it is, in fact, 3 people dying for Perfect GAZLOWE. But once again, ReGen having trouble with the macro at the moment, and this boss could take this keep out, and that would absolutely be a devastating blow here, as it puts them in a position that they have to defend. Are they going to be able to save the keep? Keep is down to 1,000. I don't think they're going to be able to save it. Oh my god. Their keep is alive. Genji will come in and finish that off basically as soon as he's up. But now beacon progress on the side of first pick GAZLOWE, even though they only have 2 people alive on the map versus 4. Just the macro play has kept GAZLOWE in this game, because they've been losing these team fights late, which is what we expected. I mean, look at the draft. You know, this was a macro-oriented pick comp game. They haven't really been able to secure picks, but they have macroed the map so hard that they haven't needed to. And now, Mav going to come up, going to have to clear up some catapults top. Here comes a rotation bottom, and it's going to actually be 4v5 if this fight is attempted. Deity minion going to rotate a bit aggressively here. Maybe backing off. Anyone heading top for red? No. Not yet. 5 people here in bottom. Here comes Maiev. They want to fight. Rotation going top. Someone needs to move up to the point. There's the Junkrat mine. Gonna stall the cap. Meanwhile, someone gonna have to back here as Catapult and Firebat moves on to core. Minion Wave gonna spawn stall out, but this Firebat will actually make the Catapults hurt quite a bit. Here comes the rotation. Once again, they want to look for that fight. Here comes Maiev. There's the root. It doesn't manage to collect So Lucky. So Lucky coming in with the blink. Is the tether going to land? Good vault over the slow. Into the fray coming in. Good resets with the Fan of Knives. Zag, though, going to be able to channel bottom. And meanwhile, this core taking real damage. There's 2 catapults and 2 firebats on this core, and nobody's reacting to it. 60% here. They have to back, and nobody on ReGen has made it back. 50% on the core already. Gonna drop to 40, and that's gonna be red getting a little bit more beacon progress. But now Firebat could force a really awkward engagement here without Koldan present. Murda having the teleport away, trying to get the tunes. There's the focus once again onto Stukov. Stukov gonna be able to get into the bunker. Warden's Cage only catches Junkrat, but he actually vaults himself over the gets out. Meanwhile, Stukov gonna be the first to drop here. So Lucky coming in. There are the mines though, and that's actually gonna take out Garrosh. And Zagara is pushing core this whole time. No, are we getting someone back? Koldan's going back, but Zag is directly on the core. Is Zag going to pay for it, though? There's Poison, Ruinous Affliction, and no, alright, there we go. Now you have to end the game. You have to end the game right now. And that looks like what ReGen's going to do. Oh my goodness. They are going to end this game. They have more than enough time. They have the Phoenix, who can just absolutely wreck the core. They don't have any minions on, but they do have a catapult. And that's going to be it. ReGen going to take game number 1 here. You know, they landed their combos. They managed to win the game off those combos. And credit to them for doing it. I mean, their macro play was definitely suspect, but it worked out for them. Great game. ReGen getting their first win here of the season on a map against first pick GAZLOWE as we move to map 2, which will be on Dragonshire. We'll see you in just a second. Welcome back once again to the Nexus Gaming Series. ReGen up 1-0, getting their first map win of the season here. Against first pick GAZLOWE GG AFK. Crazy map. First pick GAZLOWE definitely dominated the early game there. Level 10s came online, and ReGen just started deleting. But even with all their deletions, you still saw first pick GAZLOWE AFK GG, or excuse me, GG AFK. You still saw their macro game just absolutely be dominant, and there's a map where you can win off macro without having to win the objective, just so long as you don't lose it, and that map is Dragonshire. And the macro can actually give you the objective as well. So it's a very, very macro-intensive map, and I like this choice to go here from first pick GAZLOWE, given what I saw from them. First pick Greymane gonna be banned. Interesting. Greymane getting banned here. Phoenix gonna be banned on the other side. So the Phoenix damage was a bit too much. Surprised Maiev was left up though, because the Maiev play was very, very strong from ReGen. Do you go back to the Maiev? This map can be rotation intensive. You can go for ganks. I kind of want to see them go back to the Maiev here, ReGen. I think So Lucky played it extraordinarily well. I mean, it goes beyond just, landing combos. It was this making sure he got really good tethers off. He got tethers on low targets. Fan of Knives reset like a monster in every team fight. Was able to duck and weave back into those fights. Just extraordinarily well. I think Maiev is just... I know that this map is not as team fighty, that it is a bit more macro, but I mean, if it ain't broke, I have a hard time seeing a need to fix it. With Phoenix down, do they want the Maiev? We're gonna find out here in a sec. It is gonna be that Maiev. So that's exactly what I want to see. Probably taking their time, just thinking about where the draft goes from here. Sorry, excuse me everyone, as I actually do have to send a fairly urgent email here. Alright. So here we go. Asmodan picked up, which people in chat suggested could happen. And there we have Diablo. Going to be countered by getting a strong solo laner in the Sonya, who can interrupt that Asmo laser. But looking like we could see an Asmo dunk comp here, out of first pick GAZLOWE. You could make it hard for them to get the easy stacks by taking like a Jaina here and then banning out Kael'thas, if you're worried that that's the direction they're going to go. They're going to grab the Stukov. I like it. Stukov deals with the poke damage well. He has good burst healing. Especially with that bulky Diablo frontline. I mean, you could go into targeted excision if you're really worried about being able to handle the AoE damage from the Asmodan if he does go dunks. Garrosh going to be banned out. Respectable ban. But there are other tanks that can work here. I mean, I always like ETC. I think he's very hard to get past with the face melt. Especially post 13, if you go mic check. ETC is just a wall that is so difficult to get around, even with a Diablo. Could also see a Joanna here. Looking at a Malfurion ban, trying to choke out what many consider to be best support still in the game. A lot of people have shifted towards Stukov, but I've actually been playing with Malfurion. He feels still just incredibly strong if you get comfortable landing those Moonfires. He's just incredibly powerful. Especially when you have a big hitbox like Diablo and Azmodan, like Moonfires are free. Though, it can be harder to hit multiple because of the size of the hitboxes. It's gonna be Alex Strauss. It makes sense. Big HP pools. Huge HP pools, in fact. And you're gonna be able to stack globes. And there's Arthas, presumably the solo laner? They need someone to help clear up minion waves. I would like to see something like, you know, given kind of the sit back and poke nature here, when you have this much hard engage, I think a Jaina would be fantastic. Plus the area denial on Extrasa. I think if you went something like Jaina and then just a tank, Joanna maybe, just so that way you have more than enough wave clear to deal with their rotations, though I don't really love Joanna. She can't set up my Ev okay. ETC could be okay, but can struggle a bit with the Arthas, as well as the Diablo. But then again, Apoc's the only inner fromage. It's gonna be Muradin. Good choice, consider on point. It's gonna be Genji. I am surprised at the amount of wave clear here. Wow, I am surprised by the just very little wave clear here on the side of ReGen. And given that they're going into an Azmodan, I'm really deeply concerned. Because their best wave clear is Stukov. Outside, I mean, in the 4-man. I'm really surprised by the Genji pick, especially into 3 massive health pools. And there's Zul. So Zul's gonna rotate, and wow. So once again, heavy macro on the side of first pick GAZLOWE, but I am seriously worried about the wave clear from ReGen. Especially now when you add Zul into the mix. So this is, I mean, this is the macro play that we expected on this map. So we'll see where it goes. Huh. Huh. And it's not so lucky on my Ev. I assume Penguin plays it well too, but So Lucky's my Ev was just exceptional. I still don't get the Genji pick. I don't know who they're gonna kill. I mean, I guess Alex doesn't really like being dove, but post level 10, when you can actually dive aggressively, she's just gonna cleansing flame out. But oh well, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will go completely and totally fine. Oops, I switched scenes somehow. There we go. Alright. So, over here on the left, sorry, I forgot literally every hotkey. There we go. It's going to be Murda on Sonya, Kupalin going to be on Muradin, So Lucky on the Genji Penguin for the win on Maiev, Professor Bobo on the Stukov, and over here on the right, we have Arya on Alex Rasa, Cass going to be on Azmodan, going to have Ursik going to be on Diablo, Deity Minion, excuse me, going to be on Arthas. Down here in the bottom, Absolved on Zul. Yeah, I agree there, Repsychic. I'm really surprised by the picks. Like, Muradin I could get, because Muradin can just sit on the point. You can't push him off. So he can stall a cap forever. Focus on around the Diablo. Root turnaround, silence. But now there's a flip onto Murda. Murda trying to whirlwind out, getting hit by the towers in the meantime. Is going to survive. And... wow.
Ancient shrines awaken.
Hang on. Okay, so things are happening. Is this like a weird ass form of Juice Pirates where like Zul's gonna double soak? Meanwhile, up here in the top, okay, this is going somewhere. Trying to focus in on Diablo. They get the tether. Diablo is dead AF. Cass here in the bottom. Did manage to get the sidewall out. I guess the goal is to just try to get the Dragonite and take an early keep and have catapults in mid the whole game. Even without the fort. Muradin here on the point. Just stalling them out. Meanwhile, Sonya capping. Maiev gonna cap bot. Stukov there for the channel. Actually, it's gonna be Genji channeling. Or is it? No one channeling at the moment. Ursic gonna stay here. Gonna try to interrupt. Arthas moving up onto the top point. Bobo not gonna be able to get in time, but Ursic is actually gonna drop here. Meanwhile, here in bottom, here comes the dragon. Kupalin gonna try to hold the point. Penguin having to blink out. Temporarily cap is there, but no one gonna be able to get mid to cap. There has to be a reason this wall was broken out. And I assume it's just to have Dragonite rush keep. But it just seems like you have Azmodan maybe drop all his minions there, so that way the Dragon Knight doesn't get focused and just burns. I don't know. Kupalin moving into bot. Going to be focused there onto Absolved. If they can get Absolved, that's a big part of the wave clear. Stormbolt going to connect, and that is the delicious 3 stacks here for Muradin. Kupalin jumping in, trying to get onto Ursic. Not going to be able to do it. Bottom cap is in place. Now, Asmo did go laser build as well. So there's potential to get good siege burn. No one stayed bot here to cap. Is anyone going to be cap? Ooh, Asmodan might actually get this cap mid. Nope. Genji grabbing top. But here it is. I mean, this is something that we did see GAZLOWE. They were able to rotate a bit faster than ReGen. And now they're actually getting really good siege pressure here onto this bot lane. Here comes the engage. Minion's going to be the focus here. Muradin jumping in, gets the stun onto Alex. Genji jumping in, using Cyber Agility to get out, just chunking some poke damage there. Sonya 1v1ing Arthas up top, and Sonya's actually going to lose that fight. So that's a huge win there for the side of first pick GAZLOWE. Ursic on the point. Maiev trying to stall the cap. Arthas does have top point. No one really immediately mid for the channel. There's a big silence, pulling Diablo back into it. Bottom is still capped here. Did not, in fact, get neutralized. It is going to be neutralized now, and then it's going to be capped by red. Is Azmodan going to be able to get mid for the channel? Don't think he's in a rush to do it. There is mid. Sonya's heading top. It's going to be Genji, the lone defender here. Laser tried to come out. Genji going to keep DD minion from channeling, but now Asmo is channeling. And so lucky doing everything he can to stop this channel. Sonya finally managing to cap top. Wow. Holy balls, that was close. You have to kill the fort to get Katas? I couldn't remember that. I thought the Katas came up when you got keep, even if fort was still up. I mean, it's such a rare use case, but... Ooh, but actually now, this could be ReGen grabbing a kill once again onto Ursik. Ursik gonna try to stay onto the point. They actually stun Ursik into the heal, but with the silence, still gonna be able to secure it. Sonya once again in a 1v1 here against Arthas. But this macro pressure, again, like, there's a huge amount of pressure here on mid that's taken out the wall. So lucky, though, gonna get the channel. There's no interrupt. This is gonna be a DK for ReGen. So they are gonna be able to get some pressure here with this DK. Level 10's on the horizon. Dragon Knight focusing this mid, gonna kick back. Here comes Laser. Dragon Knight just needs to walk out of Laser there. But big push here on the bottom, whereas Dragon Knight's still trying to stay mid, bait the enemy team. Alex Strauss are going to come bot with the Zul. Zul stepping up very aggressively. There's the silence, though, into the tether. Gate's still up, so Zul fine for the time being. Dragon Knight does manage to get front wall down here mid. Gonna have to kick Azmodan to deal with the laser. It is Genji in there, so even if he came out in a bad spot, it wouldn't be too bad. But rotating down, getting level 10s. We do have, by the way... I'm sorry, not level 10, getting the turrets. Kick once again onto that Zul. Not once again. Ooh, Zul now in a bad spot. There's the stun, and they are going to find themselves a Necromancer. Kupalin in a bit of trouble. Good massive shove there by Professor Bobo. Prevented the engage. If there was a flip there, Kupalin could have been in a lot of trouble. Minions are up now. Here comes the APOC trying to get the combo onto Muradin, and they do, but it's Ursik now kind of alone. Meanwhile, Cleansing Flame has to come out just for So Lucky's himself. It is going to be able to save Diablo. There's no way you're killing him with that Cleansing Flame down. So they actually saved the fort there, just 2v4. Meanwhile, Azmodan just going ham for the fort. He's going to use that laser. And actually, here comes Arthas to peel it out. And Murda didn't hit the Ancient Spear to interrupt laser. Gotta save that if that's the kind of cheese they're going to pull. But there's a tether onto Azmodan. They do manage to get the kill. So for all that effort, they don't really get a ton of value. And now they might actually get Arthas as well on the side of ReGen. So GAZLOWE being Mimi at the moment. But it hasn't not paid off. Still, though, no forts down. But a Bruiser Camp invade. I like this choice. Your wave clear's lacking. Take the advantage of 2 kills and take their camp. Siege Camp going to get picked up here in the bottom. Bruiser going to get picked up, though, in the top. There's going to be potentially a rotation onto that bottom Bruiser Camp. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Alex moving toward... Well, no, maybe. Sonya's staying top for the time being.
The shrines are gathering power.
Bruiser Camp not going to really be able to do much. They are stalling out the wave. Sonya going to rotate into her Bruiser Camp, though. Focus on the bottom to clear up the Siege Giants. Burden soaking the mid at the moment. Level 13s. I know the core is not vulnerable unless a lane has lost both its fort and keep. Like, I have seen people try to dive core when the fort is still up in the lane, even though keep's down. And it hasn't worked. Like, there has to be one lane with both of those down, I'm pretty sure. Rotation gonna come into the bot. Stukov silencing to clear up the lane. Push up these Siege Giants. They are gonna try to get macro advantage. Meanwhile, Sonya here, ooh, about to get some, double penetration. Nope, gonna be able to get away. Bruiser Camp coming in. Here comes the focus on to Diablo. Big heal coming out. There's the Warden's Cage once again on Diablo. Cleansing Flame, though. Gonna keep members live, and Penguins for the win. Actually in quite a bit of trouble. Having to blink out of those cursed strikes. Big tether, though, pulling him right back in. Now Absolve getting low. Diablo gonna be able to walk away. Penguin for the win, just so low. Stukov gonna have to heal people up. Here comes the heal spread. Does he have trait handy? We'll see. Meanwhile, Murda. Actually, that may have been a mistake. Blowing the minions actually was exactly what Murda wanted there. As, like, I'll take your healing and thank you. Ooh, but now Murda 1v2ing into a laser. Not as ideal. Is the Ancient Spear going to be there? No, Murda's actually winning this. Oh no, but there's the root. Not able to get the spear off, dying to the laser. Yeah, you don't actually really want to blow Arthas ult there, because that actually just healed the full. Meanwhile, 4v3 engage. Here comes the tether. They do manage to find Alex. She's in the silence. Alex in a world of trouble. Fan of Knives doesn't reset. They do manage to kill Alex. Stun there from Diablo. He does have 3 stacks done. But they keep kind of taking this fight here in bottom. 4v3, and I guess they're just trying to buy time for Azmodan and Arthas to push. Top fort is down. And again, this keep wall area is out. I'm not really sure what the goal there is with that still. I don't know if maybe just ReGen has done something to prevent that from getting value. Burden gonna get rooted here. Root follow-up should come in. Nope. Silence there from Stukov. Silencing out the guy who can follow up the root. Well, Azmodan gonna head to mid. Penguin for the win in a world of trouble. Here comes the root, though. Does manage to blink out. APOC coming in. Warden's Cage. There's a Volt. Penguin for the win. Once again getting Fan of Knives reset. Here comes Genji with the Dragon Blade into this Warden's Cage. And it is absolutely a cage match now. There's a tether. Stun. Cleansing Flame keeping the members alive for now, but it won't be for long. Diablo likely to be the next to fall. Maiev not done with Arthas yet. Ooh, there's a massive shove. That could secure a kill onto Alex. Tether comes in. Alex does go down. Meanwhile, though, that is a keep going down to Azmodan. Hashtag Hero League strats. But now they should be able to get a Dragonite. No one going to be able to get top. Arthas and Diablo heading up there. Genji managing to not aggro the minions should get the DK in time. And does. Now they just need to hard push bottom with the 16 advantage. They did get that keep pressure. So that's there. And I see. The wall's out. Now the dragon doesn't have to cross the bridge of death. I think I get it now. The dragon doesn't have to cross the bridge of death. They could drop the invasion from Asmo, so the dragon should just walk right through. But it's gonna have to be a pretty big defense here. Dragonite's still healthy. Laser onto the DK. Gonna get kicked is Azmodan. Now trying to get the other wall. Now you do have a Stukov. You can push in quite well. There's a big Poison Nova, but Stukov gonna be able to handle that fairly well. Trying to separate out Absolve again. Dragonite getting out the wall. Sonya, meanwhile, getting fort in the mid lane. So getting closer to 20s. This is Genji in the DK, so I'm not overly concerned. Sonya could potentially come in for a flank. Looking for that turnaround is ReGen. 2 catapults stacked up on the top. Azmodan actually moving up to the top now. Could look to backdoor the core. In fact, I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. DK does go down. Ooh, there's a big APOC going to secure the kill on to Sonya. Sonya getting stunned out there. And there's no counter kill thanks to Alex Strasza Cleansing Flame. And so now it's just a situation where ReGen could be in a lot of trouble. Azmodan moving straight in for mid keep. And actually going to get it here. So here come the cheese. Meanwhile, Muradin now going down. So things are just falling apart for ReGen. Here comes Zul on, going to take out Penguin for the win. Genji just trying to get a counter keep and does. Azmodan going to secure this keep though in mid. And that's why the sidewall came out.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
That is keep down. Alright, we're going to find out here in just a second. We were having an argument about this, Twitch chat. Let's see. Who is right? Nope, no Kata in mid. You were right. No catapult if the fort is still standing. Meanwhile, 3 Katas on top. Azmodan trying to soften up the shields on this core. Can actually laser it out of range. Good jukes there, almost. Now here comes the focus on the cast. These shields, though, already low, and 3 Katas are here. They're just diving the core. Cast is going to go down. Shields are going to drop here, and actually, they might get this because of the death timers. They may absolutely get this. Sonya trying to move on. Yeah, they're going to get it. Because of those deaths in the bot lane, things just falling apart there for ReGen, and they lost that game. Crazy macro from First Pick GAZLOWE. Looking forward to casting the second series with them, but this one ends in a draw. Well then. So that happened. That was a game. I don't want to do a post-game interview with First Pick GAZLOWE because I'm going to cast them here again soon. So let me see if I can get a ReGen. See if I can get a couple members in for a post-game. See if they're interested in it. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here. I am joined by the captain of ReGen, Murda. Murda, unfortunate game number 2 there, but overall got your first win of the season tonight on a map. How do you feel?
I don't know. We definitely were winning both games in terms of the kill pressure, and it feels bad losing games like that. But it is what it is, man. There's plenty of strategies to win the game, and that's one of them that will get you a W.
So going back into the first game, you guys kind of went with a Phoenix in the solo laner. When you picked Phoenix, were you planning on that, or were you just kind of, as the draft unfolded and you saw what they were doing, just put Phoenix in the solo lane because you had better options in draft?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Originally, it was going to be Phoenix out on the 4-man, and then we picked Gul'dan late, who slipped all the way through the draft, and we decided to get a little extra wave clear in the 4-man, and it was then thrown upon me to bring the Phoenix up to the top lane, and I haven't gotten too many Phoenix games in, especially that was my first in NGS, but I think it ended up working out. I think we had 25 kills in the game, and he's just such a good hero.
Yeah, you guys were able to get a lot of kill pressure. A lot of it came off So Lucky's Maiev, and before we talk about him switching Genji in the second game, in terms of what are comms like when So Lucky is going in? Is he just follow up, guys, I'm doing it, or does someone direct him to it? What is the kind of the synergy for how those engages went? Because a lot of them post 10 just were exceptional with Warden's Cages and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure he appreciates that. You saying that. So comms are pretty cool and collected for the most part. We recently switched Lucky over to being the shot caller, and so we're just sitting in bushes waiting to get there. And usually he'll say "Hey, I'm ready for this engagement. We'll make sure we have our cooldowns ready and go for it."
All right, so kind of looking at how that game transpired, because I think it's relevant to how game 2 unfolded as well. You guys were able to get a lot of kill pressure, but it seemed like sometimes you weren't really able to capitalize off the kills. And I want to ask if that's something that you're cognizant of and working on, and how do you try to work on that? How do you try to improve? Because that's, by the way, not an uncommon problem. I see it, with other teams. Or was it just that their draft was so macro heavy, it was just hard for you to catch up?
Yeah, well, game 2, we have a Genji and Maiev, right? So we don't have a lot of siege pressure. So capitalizing in terms of structures is almost impossible for us. So we're relying a lot on getting dragons, which we did get. But when we have someone trying to get in the back door the whole game. It just adds another wrinkle into the fabric of the game. And it's unfortunate for us that we weren't able to shut it down. But it is what it is.
Well, so I was mostly kind of taking that to game one, but it did unfold into game two. Game one, you guys lost both keeps, but you did manage to win there. With that though, let's go into game number two. So I do want to, I'm gonna play the role of every tier league team or hero league teammate I've ever had. I'm gonna blame draft. No, I'm not gonna blame. I just want to take it back to, okay, so you guys had Sonya Maiev, Stukov. Given how that game transpired, would you still, in the same situation, pick Genji Murden, or do you think you'd change that up? And what would you change it up with? What two picks?
Oh yeah, no, Genji Murden 100%. We wanted the dive pressure onto the Alexstrasza. That was the whole game plan. Unfortunate, I didn't feel like I could take leap in the game just because I was dealing with an Arthas top the whole time, and I just needed Wrath to be able to get through him and deal with that top capture point. But ideally we would have had a leap in there as well. It just didn't work out for us that way.
Right. Well, I'm sorry you weren't able to close out game number two there. Let's take it back to not just focusing on the Azmodan, but focusing on that bot lane. You guys were really trying to push in and get that keep. And I think what happened was, because you were so focused on that and then they got the first kill, things fell apart there. Do you think it was a problem of you staying too long, or do you think it was a problem of you not executing correctly on what you were trying to do? Where would you attribute that? Where would you try to improve, I guess?
Shot call was go for keep. I hit buttons and go for keep.
Okay.
I think if we ended up getting a kill there, actually, we probably could have ended the game knowing that Asmo was back. Again, it's just unfortunate. We saw Asmo going there. We saw his rotation, and we decided to stay all in, and we followed the call, and we got the keep, but you saw how it ended, so right. I guess it didn't work.
All right. Well, best of luck kind of continuing to turn it around and build. I've been in this situation where you kind of can get down on yourself, but just stick with it. You're one of the good leaders in the league who's been around a long time, so I'm sure you know all that. But thanks again for letting me cast. Any shout-outs?
Yeah, thank you so much for casting, DB. We had a game on Thursday. It was the first one in NGS I've had that wasn't casted, so I appreciate all the casters, especially you tonight picking this one up. Shout out to my team and our coaches, Rag and Temp, who've been helping us a lot. They're former ReGen members. They played on Game of Thrones last season, and they've been doing a lot to help us get in shape for this uphill battle we have right now. Other than that, thank you for the cast and for being here, man.
All right. Well, I'll actually see you here in a bit, so don't go too far. Or not you, sorry. I'm talking to Twitch chat, but I realized I use the connotation of I'm talking one-on-one to Twitch chat. I'll see you guys here in about 15 minutes. We're actually going to see if you liked that first pick GAZLOWE craziness. Well, I have good news for you. And if you didn't like that first pick GAZLOWE craziness, well, I have bad news for you. Because here in about 15 minutes, we're going to move on. They're actually going to move to the left side of the map to play Witch Rhythm. Another team looking for their first win. We'll see if they can get it here after the break. Thanks for watching the Nexus Gaming Series. Stay tuned. 15 minutes. Swearsies. Be right back.